Israel's cabinet has ratified the first stage of Donald Trump's peace plan for Gaza. So let's get some reaction. We can bring in now Sir Vincent Fean, who's the former British Consul General to Jerusalem and a trustee of the British Palestine Project. A very good morning to you. Thanks so much for talking to us this morning. How important a moment is this after the Israeli cabinet ratified this first stage of Donald Trump's peace plan? Is this a moment of genuine optimism, do you think?
It's a moment of relief and hope, tinged with fear, Anna, fear that this opportunity for a fundamental reset based on international law may be missed. It's also an opportunity for our Prime Minister and France and those who recognised the state of Palestine just a month ago to uphold international law and insert it into Trump's 20 points. It's not there now, but it needs to be there.
Well, yes, and let's talk about the first phase initially that's been signed up to. It involves a ceasefire, it involves the exchange of Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners, the withdrawal of Israeli forces to agreed lines and the resumption of humanitarian aid. How complex will this first stage be, do you think, over the next few days?
It is complex. There's one more item to add, Anna, which is the return, after 2 years' absence, of Sky News and other international journalists to Gaza to see the full scale of the horror of the genocidal activities in Gaza over that period. But it is complex. The overriding need, I believe, is for Palestinian agency in Gaza. It's important, particularly for those countries that have recognized Palestine, to insist that there should be Palestinian leadership in Gaza. I don't mean Hamas, but I do mean the Palestinian people, both in Gaza and in the West Bank, coming together. There needs to be reunification between those two parts of the state of Palestine, and that implementation of international law, which means not forgetting the genocide, not forgetting the war crimes committed by Hamas, but a system of accountability. Now, President Trump is not well known for upholding international law. He's a deal maker. I don't think he would claim that his 20 points are the final document, the final version. But we do need that upholding of international law, which is the common basis of our humanity and the way forward, I think, for a better future, not just for the people of Palestine who desperately need it, but also for the people of Israel, because I do believe that the road that Mr. Netanyahu and his government are taking them down is a very dark road and not good for the children of Israel or the children of Palestine.
And you said that the first phase is not without its complications, and you've hinted at some of the further challenges further down the line once we get beyond this first phase. I mean, other issues that people have raised are the challenge of demilitarising Hamas and also the question of Israel fully pulling out of Gaza. Do you agree that those are challenges ahead?
Certainly. Hamas is militarily very weakened, of course, by the war. And I repeat that Hamas is not the Palestinian people. They are distinct. As far as the withdrawal of the IDF is concerned, a key point which is missing from the Trump points is this one about who decides. There is vagueness about timelines, and there is vagueness about who decides when and where to the IDF should go. And I'll just remind you that back in 2007, Israel imposed a blockade on Gaza, which meant that there was no communication, frankly, between Gaza and the West Bank. We can't go back to that. We do need to learn the lessons of the horrific Hamas attack of 7 October, but we can't go back to before then, when there was a blockade, which effectively meant that there wasn't a proper life for the Gazans in Gaza, and no communication with the other part of Palestine. So just to repeat, I believe that Keir Starmer has an opportunity now. He is a lawyer. He believes, I believe, in upholding international law. It's important to bring together the Arab neighbors of Israel, including the state of Palestine, Europe, and I'm very glad that Yvette Cooper was in Paris yesterday for conversations with Turkey and France and others to see a way forward that doesn't just deal with the immediate needs, which you've listed quite rightly, but also the longer-term need of a Palestinian state and mutual security between Israel and Palestine.
Well, Sir Vincent Fean, we really appreciate your time this morning and sharing your views on what's going on in the Middle East.